Hey there, welcome back to Invincible. Time to find out more about what Robot is up to. Robot, who, episode 2, as soon as he was introduced, quickly kind of shot to the top of my favourite character list. Cool dude. And we got some hints, no, much more than hints, probably last episode, that something more is going on with Robot than what we are aware of. I mean, there was the little conversation he had with Monster Girl about how everybody has, you can't see what's going on behind the surface with people. And the fact that Robot would say that is like, well, what's going on inside you, Robot? You are a robot, right? It is a funny thing, though, to be in a world where a robot this sophisticated can be created, and yet there aren't just millions of them on Earth. There's just this one unique one, but maybe he came from space or something. I don't know Robot's backstory. And then the other thing, of course, is that we saw that he released the big ogre troll clone thingy. They must have names, but I don't know them. All right, let's get into it. Episode 4 already. Time flies.
Did you maybe push too far?
Are you questioning me?
Okay, we're getting reminded of all the red flags around Omni-Man.
Put an A6 surveillance team on the Graysons.
I see that the GDA guys said to put a surveillance team on the Graysons that I probably missed, because last episode when I saw that there was a surveillance team, I was like, wow, hell yeah, but it seems like they set that up the previous episode. Oh well, I can't catch everything, I suppose, as much as I do try. I think the show deserves it, that I try to pay attention. Pay attention. What kind of operation have we got over here? This feels like a potential supervillain origin story.
Master.
An ancient being. Is this going the way that guy expected?
Gain some altitude. Last one to Mount Everest does the dishes for a week. Go. Hey, deep breaths, buddy. The air's thin up here.
No kidding.
He did all right in space, though, on the moon.
What the fuck? Hi, sorry. It's okay. I'm in.
Oh. Wouldn't it be so demoralizing to be one of those climbers to get to the top and there are just these two guys already standing there?
I still can't believe you left everything to come help a planet you've never even seen before.
I told you I was part of the
World Betterment Committee? Yeah, I know. But that's still not a reason.
Coming here felt like a chance to build something new.
I don't know if I could do that.
Do what?
Leave everything behind.
Hey, keeping the universe safe. Living up to our people's heritage. It takes sacrifice, Mark.
I was talking in the last episode a bit about how maybe Robot considers the greater good more than the small good. I'm now wondering if Omni-Man could think in a similar way. He's willing to make sacrifices.
Did Joseph ever lie to you?
Of course, all heroes do. But I only made the mistake of believing him once, when he told me everything was going to be fine.
Just make me nervous. Damien Darkblood. Can't save own soul. Wow, he's good. Yeah, he was saying something about how he has to do this work to redeem his soul or something, right?
Olga wants me to sell her house. She thinks there's a conspiracy around the murders.
She needs to quit drinking.
Nolan?
What? You remember last year's Christmas party? She was a wreck.
It's the gaslighting.
Helping build schools. It was one of those group volunteer things.
Wow.
And it just made me realize that we're in a total bubble that keeps us from seeing what the world's actually like.
I've been to Mount Everest.
How did you like Nepal? Or did you go through China?
Wow, those are cool.
Doesn't have any of the travel context, just Everest.
I wanted to bring one home from the Philippines, but they don't exactly fit in a backpack.
Maybe this is your lucky... Oh my god, look at how cute those are.
Those are rice separators.
And so reasonably priced.
I feel bad for being so skeptical of Amber last time. They seem like they're just getting along lovely, so...
You murdered 7 people. Maybe it was you. Maybe you came to finish the job you started with the Guardians.
Oh, man.
Demon, after all.
And demons know evil when they see it.
If you threaten my family again,
You'll kill me.
I won't have to. Who do you think they're gonna believe? Me or you?
They'll have to believe you, Omni-Man.
Wife already suspects. How long until son does too?
Go fuck yourself, Darkblood.
Oh my god. The slow creep into Sinister, it's really terrifying. Because yeah, I mean, it's becoming clear he knows. I think he knows what he did, right? Gonna try and kill the president again? Or are you gonna build another clone? How many times has he done that? Oh. Nasty.
There you are. See you soon.
Hey, Tin Man.
Cool.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Were you napping?
I was defragmenting, Rex.
Okay, well, quit it.
He was watching. Robot is playing multiple games at the same time here. Here they are, the cleaned up base.
You missed a spot?
Whoa, big spot.
Left that one there as a reminder. And when you prove yourselves worthy of the heroes who came before you, it'll get cleaned off.
Bit of a hard ass, but I don't mind him.
We'll talk later.
He's freaking cool teleport.
But you know what? All those other heroes? Total assholes anyway.
Huge assholes, right?
Rexplode better be.
Please do not allow your personal and professional lives to intersect. Alienating Adam Eve was the direct result of your lapse in judgment. Do not repeat it with Monster.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Uh.
What are you, crazy, man? She looks like she's 14. Besides, now that I'm a guardian, I can bang anyone I want.
Good. I'm glad we have an understanding.
Ow! What the hell?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have pinched a nerve. I forget how soft humans are.
Bit of robot sass. Ooh. Took a sample. Interesting. Cloning. Okay. Rexplode must be really good at fighting villains because he is such a dick. Why else would people put up with him?
Okay, what's going on?
Nothing, just work stuff.
Come on, you're the wife of the most powerful man on Earth. You shouldn't have to deal with work stuff.
Did you seriously say that?
What?
I like dealing with work stuff.
Yeah, and I love that about
Oh, please,
you.
don't give me that shit. Don't you dare.
Shh. Oh. Oh.
Nolan!
No. Oh. Hey. Sorry, I meant to teleport to your front door, but this thing isn't exactly Swiss in its precision.
Interesting. That condescending shh straight into no, there's someone here shh was so well done. Oh, intense.
That sounds like a commitment to a second date?
Well, good for them. Seems nice. I'm sure everything's gonna go smoothly. It's cool to see him have fun with his powers like that.
What's going on?
NASA's about to launch the first manned mission to Mars.
Yeah, I saw that. It's cool.
I need your father to shadow the mission, make sure nothing goes wrong. Only he won't do it.
I'm busy training my son, Cecil, and with the Guardians gone, I'm needed here on Earth.
There isn't a Guardian who can do this job?
The planet needs a win right now, and this is it.
You think people are going to care about Mars if there's an attack on Earth and I'm not here to save them?
I think they're gonna care if the first 4 people to walk on another world end up dying there.
I guess this is the part where I volunteer?
Your responsibilities are bigger than 4 astronauts. And Cecil didn't ask you to go, he asked me.
I don't like Mark missing school, but I can't think of a better reason than keeping people safe.
Yeah.
How much school am I really gonna miss? I can zip up to Mars and be back tomorrow.
It's a 2-week mission.
2 weeks? Dad's right. I'm not ready. Things with Amber are going really well.
Sweetheart, lots of people are going to tell you how to use your powers, but it's up to you to make these decisions. You need to decide what kind of hero you want to be.
Man, good mum. She's real good. This is a great opportunity. Good.
Pack a lunch, kid.
We wanted Nolan off-planet so we could investigate him for the murders without arousing his suspicion.
Okay.
What does sending Mark away get us?
A chance to see what this kid can do.
Cool.
And more importantly, if his heart's in the right place.
And if it isn't?
One nightmare scenario is enough to worry about right now, Donald.
Man. Cecil is having to think about the worst at the moment. That's scary as.
I don't know if being a superhero is what I want to do right now.
But what else would you do?
Anything else?
That's the problem.
It's got to be like a problem like people who become celebrities too young. They get a distorted view of life, right? If you become a superhero too young, you don't get to live a normal life. Going back a couple of scenes, but I really don't appreciate how condescending Nolan was towards NASA and space exploration. I think it's so important, and yeah, the hope it brings to humanity, who need a win at this point, particularly after alien invasions and stuff.
Listen, Amber, I'm
Is he really gonna try and tell her?
volunteering, just like you.
Seems like a bad idea to just go and tell her this quickly.
60 seconds to launch.
Any minute now.
For real?
5, 4, 3.
I'll bring you back a souvenir.
1. And we have liftoff of the Mars mission. An international exploration of...
And Mark is straight over there to join. Cutting it close. Wow. Alright, at least this time he's got a helmet. Doesn't have to hold his breath the whole way. This is amazing. To be a Viltrumite.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cutting it close, kid.
I'm here, aren't I?
The main reason you're on this mission is the Martians.
What? There are Martians?
What do you think, Martian man?
No one's told him?
Make sure our astronauts get home safe. Humanity's counting on you.
Yeah. Man, this is such an incredible achievement. First astronauts to Mars. But then in this universe, where there are all these alien threats, man, that just multiplies the terrifying nature of it a millionfold. That guy from the first episode who got chucked into space. That's funny.
Ever since Mark got his powers, you've been different.
I'm trying to teach him.
You've been distant, annoyed at everything, and you've been mean.
I've been under a lot of stress.
I've never even met another Viltrumite.
I've told you.
You've told me stories, yes, but that's not the same. You're hiding something from me.
I'm not.
You're not what?
I never thought I would have a family. And then you came along, and I love you. And Mark. But when I see Mark with his powers, and after what happened to the Guardians, I'm terrified I could lose everything.
So what do we do?
Remember our first trip together?
No, Lynn. I told Olga I'd sell her house.
Her house will still be here when we get back.
He's working hard to win back her affection, and it's succeeding. No one has ever seen another Viltrumite, or at least she hasn't. I assume maybe no one has on Earth. Something about that sends a shiver down my spine. I really hasn't thought much about this. Wow.
Whoa.
Space rocks. I love space. And do you think we're going to see this in our lifetimes?
It's a beautiful day on Mars, and a beautiful accomplishment for all humankind. Did you guys see that? See what? Never mind.
The soundtrack has been playing on other... So that was very Alien. Yeah. That was a clear reference to Alien. Earlier, I swear they did the Matt Damon one where he's surviving on Mars. What's it called? I've forgotten. The Martian. Yeah. The soundtrack is being referential, I'm sure of it.
Oh, this sucks.
He's such an annoying teenager sometimes. You're on Mars, mate. Be happy. You're like one of the most powerful superheroes in the world. And you're already just bored and missing your girlfriend. What?
Shit!
Are they taken by Martians? Already? Well, I don't know how long just passed.
One of Earth's greatest conquerors reduced to that.
I think Caesar's doing just fine history-wise.
One of history's great conquerors. Nolan loves a conqueror, hey?
But you still feel something's wrong.
Don't you? I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff. And I'm the only one of us who can't fly.
I haven't been honest with you, Debbie.
About what?
Cecil thinks I had something to do with what happened to the Guardians. I'm the only survivor, and I'm not human. And Cecil's never liked me.
You have to talk to him.
I've tried. This could get bad.
What do we do?
We stay together as a family. All you have to do is trust me.
Nolan!
Do you trust me,
behind you.
Please, do you trust me?
I trust you.
You have no idea how much I needed to hear you say that.
Okay, now do something.
I'm on vacation with my beautiful wife. Let Cecil earn his paycheck.
I've got shivers. That is... Oh, he is terrifying. He's such a narcissist. That moment of forcing her to say it. Say you trust me. Say it. There's a dragon killing people. I'm not going to do anything. Say it. And then he still doesn't do anything because he doesn't care. Oh. Scary stuff, man. And does no one really recognize him? He doesn't wear the suit and he can sit outdoors in Italy and no one recognizes Omni-Man? I mean, I liked the explanation that Adam Eve gave a couple episodes ago of like, at school, yeah, no one expects me to be a superhero, so they don't notice me. But I don't know if that explains away Nolan
Cecil
just looking like Omni-Man.
Nolan warned us about you.
Meanwhile, all this is going on. To what extent was this Mars mission being televised on Earth, though? I don't know how long the transmission delay is, too. Speaking of Alien, more facehuggers in this show. Oh, don't like that. Oh, this episode's given me the creeps in all sorts of ways. What are these stones? They're alive. They're the Martians? Mark's learning a lot about the universe very quickly. The wider universe. Martian society.
Welcome to Mars, Earthman.
Wow.
Mr. Marsman, sir, Your Highness.
Yeah, tried. They're not so different to us.
The Sequids are the very reason I captured your people. They are a world-destroying race who left a trail of destruction across the universe before crashing onto our planet.
Oh.
If a single Sequid fuses with one of your people, they will rise up as one and savage Mars. And soon after, Earth.
A single human with a Sequid.
How are you able to resist them?
I'm part Viltrumite. Ever heard of us?
I am the Emperor of Mars. Of course I've heard of you!
Well, I'm glad that he's heard of them. I was starting to worry about them not even existing or something.
We'll finish our science and head home.
Impossible! The humans are scheduled for immediate execution. We cannot risk them coming in encounter with a Sequid.
That makes sense. If the danger is that great. That's a funny cut, man. I understand. But you better not let a Sequid get on them, man.
Coolant levels, check! Oxygen levels, check! No, fuck it!
To hell with all the checks. Oh. Whoa. This has not gone well.
No hard feelings, right? I'm gonna take a rock if that's okay. Yeah?
Nice.
I've been wanting to go to Mars since I was a kid. Now I never want to go back.
Yeah, that would put you off space travel in many ways. Largely the fact that a superhero had to save you. One of them got squidified, didn't they?
Spirits were raised as the first men and women to walk on another planet, returned home.
This is going to be an absolute shit show.
Oh, hey, you're back early.
How was Mars?
By the looks of it, less eventful than whatever was happening here.
We'd love to hear more over dinner, sweetie.
Yowza!
Ooh, I've always wanted one of these. It's, what do they call them? A
Rock.
rock?
Earth rock. It's an earth rock.
Whoa, even more impressive.
Yeah, just make sure you never show it to any geologist or anyone who knows anything about rocks. They might tell you something crazy.
He is playing fast and loose with all of this. You shouldn't get away with such Silly lies. Oh well.
Why?
Why? Because you didn't listen to me when I told you to drop the goddamn...
Send him back to hell?
Destroyed the book you need for rituals centuries ago.
The Demonius Ex Mortem? I had a few of my guys reconstruct it. They used artificial intelligence to figure out the missing words.
Ah.
Technology, am I right?
Yeah, that checks out.
Demonium mea mit.
All right, Donald.
Well, I need to keep things gray until I can figure out why Nolan killed the Guardians and how to stop it.
Say I'd see you in hell, but there's a worse place waiting for you.
Wow. I love this.
He's not dead, he's just back in hell.
Isn't that worse?
There's a worse place waiting for you, Cecil. What's worse than hell? Oh, this episode has made me so uncomfortable in so many ways. It's good to see Cecil playing it so smart. Like, he's probably suspected Nolan from the very beginning, hasn't he? From moment one, but he's playing his cards close to his chest.
Why did they decide to sell?
The wife had an opportunity abroad.
She's seen up close another superhero home get ripped apart. She's very worried about it happening again. What the hell now, robot? Have you cloned Rex Blode?
Finally, Phase 1 begins.
He's putting together multiple superheroes, isn't he, into one entity. I really liked that episode. That was great. A lot of moving parts now and a lot of tension building, and it's creeping me out. This episode, we had some really terrifying moments with Nolan, with Omni-Man. With Nolan, really. His tactics, his strategy for getting back in his wife's good books when he knows his wife is suspecting something about him, and he uses all these little tricks, this gaslighting, this intimidation, this love bombing to get back on her good side. And she's smart. She can pretend, and I think she is pretending that everything is fine now. She's pretending that just well enough that he'll stop giving her so much attention. But it's terrifying how all these people are having to tiptoe around Nolan. Cecil and Darkblood, and poor Darkblood. He was just trying to do what he does at the best he can, be this great demon detective, and he was onto it. And unfortunately, Nolan found out, and Cecil really probably went with the smart option of sending Darkblood away, because the most important for Cecil is to be in Nolan's good books while he keeps trying to figure out what he can possibly do in this terrible situation. I thought that was really well done. Great episode. And this whole side plot on the side story on Mars with Mark protecting the astronauts was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. One of those astronauts was infected by the squidoid thingy, which is just going to be a nightmare for a future episode. And were maybe all of the Martians wiped out by that as well? It wasn't good for them anyway. They might have all been wiped out. Huge things happening just on the periphery of the story, which, man, leaves a lot of room, a lot of opportunity for the coming episodes to really escalate into something epic. I'm not saying anything critical about Amber in this episode. Nothing suspicious. They look, honestly, in this episode, they just seem sweet and nice together. So I'm going along with the ride and hoping they continue to be happy. And it seems like Robot, this tricksy fella, is taking blood from superheroes, and it looks to me from that abomination at the end, putting them all together, probably using cloning technology that he learned from the big blue cloney guy to create this, whatever phase 1 is, this terrible abomination mixture of superheroes who will probably, be perhaps humanity's only hope against Omni-Man, if that's the way things are heading. Wow, that's a good story. And I like the way it's all slowly building. Because it could be easy in a show like this to get there too fast, I think. To cut to the chase too quickly. But I'm enjoying this slow movement towards the disasters to come. the absolute chaos to come. I think that might have been my favorite episode of all of them so far. I've liked them all, but yeah, this one was perhaps a standout for me. I'm just so intrigued with everything that's happening. So, very keen for the next one. Thanks for sharing your passion with me yet again. Till the next time, Tomity out.